2 chat servers, 1 test group, and 1 clear winner, which, to be honest, I kind of expected this result. But deploying Stoat is about 10% of the work. The default deployment is fine for, say, a dev environment or a totally internal network. But if we need to punch a hole to external for users to connect into it, we got to make a lot of changes because the default deployment leaves the doors wide open for anyone and everyone to make this server their target. So I'm tearing down the old original deployment and we're going to do it properly. So let's get into it. Before going live to the wider group, I did a small UX test with a handful of people from the community. No instructions, drop them into both servers, go explore, see what you find. Rocket.Chat is a genuinely capable platform, but pretty much every tester came back with something along the theme of Slack. It's like a workplace environment. It's functional, it does the job, but it's stale, and it doesn't feel like home, i.e. the old Discord server, and certainly not somewhere fun to hang out. Stoat, on the other hand, is like a carbon copy of Discord. Its structure is basically the same. It's not identical, but it's close enough. The guys were doing custom emojis and claiming usernames within minutes. No one needed to be taught anything. It just worked straight out the box. And this is a metric that is probably one of the most important ones for this community migration. Are people going to find it easy to make the shift from Discord? At the end of the day, regardless of how functional Stoat or Rocket.Chat are, we're taking a bunch of humans who are used to logging into Discord. It's part of their second nature routine to log it, open the app, click in. They know how to find the channels they're looking for. They know how to join the voice chat they're looking for. And if it's too much there's too much friction to the experience, they're not going to enjoy the move. There'll be less engagement, and it might end up killing the server off. I mean, it's probably an exaggeration, but you get the point, right? It's the user experience is integral to the choice we're making, and everyone in the small test group was pretty adamant that their preference was for the Stoat. So we're going to be going with Stoat. As we saw in the last episode, the Stoat deployment came up clean. All the containers green, we could access the login page from the URL. Everything looked great. Except it wasn't. Security-wise, it's like Swiss cheese. Every container running as root, both databases easily accessible, the whole deployment essentially waiting for a showdown search to find all the services. An attacker with an ounce of skill would be able to get root within an hour given the chance. And so this comes back to the original reason for doing this. Discord's third-party vendor that they used for the age authentication process breached. 70,000 government IDs gone. If I stand up a replacement that leaks my community's data through an unauthenticated database, I haven't fixed anything. I've just moved the exposure and given it a different name. This is the framing I want to make very clear for this series. You're never going to eliminate risk. You're choosing which risk to keep and obviously mitigate as much of it as you possibly can. Self-hosting, you're essentially trading platform risk for operator risk. If you don't harden it, you've made the problem worse, not better. So that's what we're going to do in the next episode. We are going to extensively harden our Stoat deployment so that it is a viable and secure chat space for our community. See you then.